Greetings, beautiful earthlings. My name is Star. If you are new here, I don't know how you found me, but I am super grateful to have you. And if you are returning, y'all the real MVP, you already know. Today, my friends, I have a video that is going to be more aimed at beginners, but everyone is totally free to watch this one. So if you guys are following me on my Instagram, you would know that I have been doing the Modern Witch Daily Challenge this month. So this is the Modern Witch Tarot Journal. I did get quite a few months ago, and I had seen this, and I wasn't sure if I was able to share it, so I didn't do it for a little while, and I finally made sure that it was okay to share this, and I wanted to do this along with you guys, but I kind of dropped the ball and didn't start it at the very beginning of the month with you guys like I should have. So we're 5 days in now to March, so I think if you guys want to pick up with this, either you can, or you can wait until next month or the month after or whatever. It's just at least we're in the 5th right now, so it's not going to be too far behind if you want to catch up or just start from, you know, wherever we're starting from. So this is such a fun little daily challenge. It does come in the Modern Witch Journal. So if you guys do share this, please use the hashtag the Modern Witch Daily Challenge, and be sure to tag Lisa Sterle in this because she is doing amazing things. So we want to make sure she gets credit for this, okay? So this is a fun one. It's 31 daily questions for you guys to do your daily tarot pull. So if you guys are brand new beginners to tarot, it's a common practice for anyone doing tarot to kind of pull a card of the day for themselves, whether it be you asking your deck what you need to know, asking your guides what it is you need to know going forward, or if it's at the end of the day, you can reflect on, you know, who you were today or what you learned or what you need to work on, things like that. But when you're doing a daily pull, it gets really hard to try to come up with new questions, and sometimes it can get a little stale if you're trying to do this every single day. So I want to show you guys how to analyze the cards that you get to formulate your answers to your questions. So if you guys have never seen my tarot deck interview series, this is going to be a lot like that, like the beginning when I used to use the Labyrinthos app to formulate answers, and recently I was using the Biddy Tarot booklet, but we're going to do this one, everything Lisa Sterle, everything Modern Witch. So we are using the Modern Witch Tarot Journal, we've got the Modern Witch booklet that comes in the tarot deck, and we've also got the Modern Witch. So I'm not sponsored by the Modern Witch or Lisa Sterle in any way, shape, or form. So I just wanted to kind of keep this across the board really consistent because this is, you know, Lisa Sterle, Liminal11. I wanted you guys to see this inside and out all over the place, and I didn't want to mix it up and use any other tarot deck. But feel free to use whatever tarot deck you are most bonded with or you feel like you should use for this. You can even feel free to use a different tarot deck every single day if you would like. I did have the thought to do that, but because I wanted to share it with you guys, we're just going to be going to use the Modern Witch going forward on this one, okay? So I have done the first 5 days, and I know that you guys have already seen that on my Instagram. If you haven't, you can go follow it over there. I will be posting that daily so that you guys can follow along with it, and I didn't put the analysis of the first 5 cards on there just so that you guys can see this video, but going forward for the rest of the month, I will put the analysis with each card, okay? So I will also do a follow-up at the end of the month, if not the beginning of next month, talking about my experience with this and how it felt to do this type of challenge and everything, because I'm really stoked on it right now. Doesn't mean I'm going to be really stoked on it a week from now, 2 weeks from now, 3 weeks from now, you know what I mean? So let's go ahead and take a look at this. And like I said, I did already pull cards, so I'm going to be showing you guys the cards that I got for these corresponding questions. And the first one is, where is my creative potential best made manifest? So like I said, I did share the picture of this entire list on my Instagram if you guys would like to go get that. It is over there. That way you can utilize it, you can work with it. I think this is a super great idea, and I love that Lisa Sterle and Liminal11 put this in this tarot journal for you guys. So I do highly recommend using a journal of some type to be able to keep up with these 30 readings. And if you don't have the Lisa Sterle Modern Witch Tarot Journal, definitely use any old paper you've got laying around. You can use your computer, you can use your phone. There's no rules to this, right? So I really hope that you guys play along with me. If you don't do it this month, maybe try it next month or the month after when you do have 31 days. Feel free to jump into any of these questions randomly, and feel free to just do whichever ones you like out of the questions, right? Like I said, there are no rules, so I really hope that you guys jump in this with me. So like I said, the first one is, where's my creative potential best made manifest? manifest, I got the Three of Wands for this one. So we're going to go ahead and look at what the little book says for the Three of Wands here. And again, this is going to be for beginners, just so that you guys can see the relationship between the deck, the book, and the journal. Again, feel free to use any deck you want. Feel free to use any book you want, especially when it comes to finding meanings. You guys can just use the keywords if you feel comfortable doing so. When I was analyzing it for myself, I was just kind of using keywords, but I would like to show you guys what is in this book, because I know not too many people go out of their way to utilize the booklet in their daily practice. So for the Three of Wands in here, it says, standing solidly on earth. You've got your wands for support, and you're contemplating your plans. You're working hard and getting ready for the future. It's working. You've got a solid strategy, so all you have to do now is put it into action. So again, remember the question here was, where is my creative potential best made manifest? Knowing the keywords of this card, and after reading this one, I would say my creative potential is best made manifest in looking forward to the future. So I'm not the type of person that makes plans, because I know, it doesn't matter how hard you plan. Everything's just going to kind of work out the way it's supposed to anyways. So I have kind of abandoned the whole making plans for the future type thing. But I feel like this is telling me to kind of take that, turn it on its head, and look at my hopes for the future, look at my dreams for the future, and start to create any type of creative stuff that I'm doing around that. So you guys know I am an artist, I am a tarot reader, I also am a writer, so it's really hard for me to try to focus on one thing at a time. I'm constantly creating new projects. As you guys see with my channel, I'm constantly creating new series. So I feel like this is a good one for me to tell me to kind of, stay still for a second and just kind of reflect and look at what it is I want to do going forward, and kind of put my eggs in one basket and figure out how I can create plans and look ahead to the future and really manifesting those plans. So the second one we have here, I'm sorry if I'm talking real fast, it's just kind of my automatic video voice. I talk really fast, so if you guys need to take a break and digest any of that or go back through this video, feel free to do that. I just talk really fast and I'm highly caffeinated. So the second one we have here, the next question is, how can the mystery in my life be unveiled? So I feel like this is a question that you have to try not to think too much about when you are asking it to your deck, because if you're shuffling your deck and you say, how is the mystery in my life best unveiled? And then you say, what is the mystery in my life? What is mystery? Mystery, it is a mystery. Things like that, you're gonna start confusing your deck. So what I like to do is ask this out loud one time when I start shuffling, and then echo that question through my head while I am shuffling, so that I try to concentrate on the question and not confuse my deck any. And it does really help, because sometimes you'll just get mixed messages all over the place and they don't quite make any sense. So you have to understand when the answer makes sense, or when your tarot deck is reflecting a question you had in your head unknowingly while you were shuffling. Okay, that one is a real important one to pay attention to when it comes up. So what I got for the second question, I believe, was 2 cards. Mind you guys, this is technically supposed to be like a 1-card daily pull type thing. My deck does not want to play along with the 1-card daily pull type thing, so I got 2 cards for the rest of these questions. So do this however it works for you. Please don't feel bound to any number of cards. Don't just pull 1 because you're supposed to. Don't pull 2 because I'm pulling 2. Don't pull 3 because you feel like it needs to be a spread. Do you know what I mean? Just do what works for you. And I feel like after a couple of days, you're going to kind of get into a good groove and figure out what works for you anyways. So I did get 2 cards for this one, and it says, how can the mystery in my life be unveiled? I got the Fool and the 7 of Cups. So if you guys are aware, the 7 of Cups is kind of confusion about a whole lot of choice, and the Fool is like a new beginning, a leap of faith, right? So I feel like this is telling me to take a leap of faith toward any choice that I have. However, like I said, I am the type of person that does that already. I take lots of leaps of faith. I don't ever have any shortage of leaps of faith. I have a shortage of structure. So let's see what the book says here on some of these cards and see if I can narrow that down to some type of advice here, because I'm the type of person that's like, yes, good idea, go for it now, put all of your eggs in that basket. And then a week later, I'm like, man, I have another better idea that I should do instead. So for the Fool, it says, the grand adventure begins. Sorry. It says, the grand adventure begins. The fearless fool, with her devil-may-care attitude, is ready to take the first steps toward the unknown. Pure passion and optimism fuel her as she dances to her music, to joy itself. She doesn't know what lies beyond the cliff's edge, but she's left behind her life in the city. Goodbye to normalcy, to routine, to the structured life she'd had within society. She fully trusts her instincts to carry beyond the ordinary. Don't be afraid to take that leap of faith. Now is the time for you to start your journey because you're ready. Be spontaneous and let your wildness run free. Don't look back in fear. Look ahead and up to the sky and the sun and let your instincts guide you. You got this. I like that end part, the let your instincts guide you. You got this, because I do run very highly on my instincts and my guides and stuff like that. And after doing that for so long, just kind of blindly following my instincts and my guides, I'll kind of stop and be like, whoa, where am I? What did I just do? What decisions did I just make? I need to kind of think more grounded. So I do like that that kind of came up as unveiling the mystery in my life, like something I need to take a look at. Like, maybe you're where you are because you be taking leaps of faith left and right, girl. Maybe you need to slow down a little bit and look at your choices and really think about things and really like analyze things every once in a while. So let's take a quick look at what the Seven of Cups says. Maybe. Here we go. So Seven of Cups says, love, spiritual wisdom, money, success, and power. It seems like all the treasures are just out there waiting for you to grab. You're dreaming so big that you're in the clouds and totally out of touch with reality. It's time to step back down to earth and do the hard work required to be mentally healthy. Only then can those big dreams become attainable. So, like I said, I feel like that was kind of a two-step thing for me to be like, this is what you've been doing, this is what you need to do. So I really love that I decided to use the book for this instead of just like going off of keywords. I feel like that helps a whole lot with that analyzation. I think analyzation is a word. I'm sorry if I'm wrong and analyzation is not a word. Okay. The next one is, what needs nurture and nourishment now? I did get two cards on this one, and if you guys saw that when I pulled it out, it was the Tower. I was kind of on the fence about pulling that one for it because, again, my brain automatically works off of like keywords and what I know about the card. But I figured it came out and it like flew out at me, and then it told me to grab this card with it. So I figure there's something in that meaning that I need to see. And I was like, all right, I guess I'll pull it, even though I was really reluctant to pull it. I was like, I don't think the Tower has anything to do with nurture and nourishment, but I have a feeling this is a two-part question and this is a two-part answer, right? So it says what needs nurture and what needs nourishment. So that's how I'm taking it. Feel free to take it however you want if you'd like to split that question up or something. That's just how I'm taking it because I got two cards. So let's see what the Tower says here. For what needs nurture. Absolute disaster has struck. We've built and cared for the Tower with its golden and bejeweled crown, and now we are thrown violently from it. Fire rains down, dark storm clouds gather ominously, and we are in absolute despair as the Tower crumbles. There is nothing we can do as we watch its destruction, and the pain of the sharp rocks below is unavoidable. I love how this girl's impaled on the rocks. Sudden, massive, and probably painful changes on the horizon. The Tower is undoubtedly one of the most violent cards, but it doesn't have to completely destroy you. You might face the end of a relationship or a job, bridges may burn, or a friendship may go up in flames, but from the ashes, a phoenix arises. Tragedy can help us grow stronger and really illuminate what's truly valuable to us. Feel your pain, don't ignore it, and you can learn from it. Pain is just another necessary element in living life. Yeah, I like that. I like that. what needs nurture, maybe feeling the feels needs some nurture, because I don't do that often. I am the type of person where I just keep moving, I just keep working, I just keep throwing myself into new projects, even if it's something as small and mundane as doing the dishes, doing laundry. If you guys know me, you know I have a baby child, so I like to occupy myself with the next thing that I need to do. I don't like paying attention to my feelings very much until they kind of explode like a tower. So I like that. That makes sense. Maybe I do need to stop and feel some feels every once in a while so that I can, you know, let them go. So the next one is like what needs nourishment, and I have the Four of Pentacles here. So the initial message that I had gotten for both of these cards is like nurturing sudden change and nourishing things that I'm holding on to. Which is kind of contradictory, so I'm glad we're going through them. If I can find the Pentacles, here we go. Okay, so for the Four of Pentacles, it says, you've been busy with your balancing act, tightly clutching all your money and material things close in order to help you feel safe and stable. It's been working for a while, but somehow you still can't relax. You might need to give up a little control because all this stress about money isn't making you happy. There you go. I love it when my cards do that and they call me out on camera. But yeah, I mean, who isn't stressing about money right now? But yes, I'd be stressing about money. So I like that it's talking about I need to nourish kind of the relinquishing stress of money, if that makes sense. That's why I feel it is important to use your little book, because otherwise I would have gotten a completely different message from that. And if you guys are the type of people that don't like using your little book, don't feel like I'm telling you you need to do it or you're doing it wrong, that's not the case at all. Sometimes you'll see your book has a completely different story to tell than the initial keywords of the cards themselves. So the next question is, what in your life needs structure? What in my life needs structure? So again, I got two cards for this one, and it came out as the World and the Ace of Pentacles. I don't know if that's backwards to you guys. I feel like it should have been like this. I think it was backwards on the other one too. The camera's backwards to me when you're looking at it. So I got the World and the Ace of Pentacles. So the question is, what in my life needs structure? The first one is, oh, the Wheel. I apologize. Did I say the World? It's the Wheel. Okay, so let's see what the Wheel has to say for me. There we go. Okay. What in my life needs structure? Life never stops moving forward. The golden wheel of fortune is all of life with its many cycles of ups and downs. We see the alchemy of the entire world through the symbols of Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, and Taurus, each representing fire, water, air, and earth. There's mystery and the unknowable in the letters on the wheel, and we don't always know why things happen the way they do. But the cycle is what it is, whether we're at the radiant top or the abysmal bottom. Shit happens. It can feel like it doesn't make sense. It's unfair. Or perhaps you're at the top and you can't just believe your good luck. And sometimes that's all it is, pure dumb luck. It's your task to understand that when goodness comes, badness will inevitably follow, and vice versa. Just write it out. Nothing lasts forever, the good or the bad, so appreciate everything. I did kind of get this message earlier today too, where I was reflecting on this, so I think that that is perfect timing because this is technically yesterday's card, so right on time. So what in my life needs structure? Learning to deal with the ups and downs of life, and I feel like that makes sense balancing with the whole Tower, Four of Pentacles message I just had as well. This is why I say it's really good to keep a journal for things like this so that you can kind of start to see patterns unfolding and how things are in your daily life and how you can kind of juggle them, right? So the second part to this one was the Ace of Pentacles. And I thank you guys for sticking around with me if you're still here. I know not everybody likes these like slow moving videos like this, but it's nice to take time and just talk with you guys every once in a while. If I can find the Pentacles, there we go. Structure, we're talking about structure. This one says, the world around you is full of possibilities and promise right now. Engage with it. Go on a bike ride, take a bath, make some tea, plant some flowers, and enthrall your senses. You are in this world, on this planet, so live your life and let the good things come to you. I'm laughing so hard because I have said this quite a few times on my channel lately that I'm the type of person, I'm so in the clouds because I do so much with tarot. I do so much with meditation and astral projection and just so very much above me. Do you know what I mean? In different realms above me, all over the place. And I don't like being grounded. I don't like, you know, I do and I don't, okay? I'm just not the type of person that is very grounded. I don't spend very much time thinking about worldly things and earthly things. I don't really like the whole construct of like money and government and things like that, material possessions. I really don't like any of it, so I don't like to think too very much of being in this world. Of course, there are good things in this world, right? Like my family, my daughter, my friends, you know, creating things and being able to use my creativity in a positive light to help people. I do like those feelings, I do like those things, right? But it's always been very hard for me to be grounded. I've always my entire life been so in my dreams, so in the clouds, so in the astral realm. So that is amazing to me. I feel like I might have to put that one on a sticky note and like put it up that like remind me to be grounded. I have been getting that message a lot lately in like meditation and things like that, like you need to be grounded. Before I do tarot readings now, I take a quick minute to ground myself, and I never used to do that before. I would take a minute to, you know, connect with my guides, connect with my clients' guides, things like that, but I never used to take the extra, you know, 30 seconds or a minute to sit there and ground myself and, you know, hold grounding stones and feel my body and, you know, feel things and just really be present. That's also a thing that I had to learn in therapy because I had a whole lot of anxiety, and I had to learn how to see and feel things around me so that I could realize like I'm here, I'm in my body, right? So that is a big issue I've had for a long time, probably will have for a long time, but it's time to work on it, apparently my cards think. So the last one, which is today's card, number 5, is how can the traditions of my people support me? So I did get 2 cards again for this one. I got the Sun and I got the 8 of Cups. My initial impression of these cards was learning to like walk away from things for my happiness. This is also something I've never had an issue with. I'm constantly dropping things left and right and going and following my dreams. So I am very interested to see what these cards have to tell me here. And they did come out in the order of the Sun and then the 8 of Cups. And I thought, you know, should I mix them? And I got the very clear message, no, they are meant to be that way for a reason. So let's see what the Sun has to tell me here. With sunshine comes new life. An innocent child full of carefree joy and happiness waves a red banner high in the sky. Behind her, a gray wall is her past, and the flowers of memories bloom and thrive in the sun. There is wonder and warmth everywhere. The sun has turned the day into a promising playground ready for exploration. It's time to feel totally alive. Winter is over. The world is lush and full of excitement and beauty. Bask in the sunlight, embrace life. You might have just stumbled upon a big discovery or revelation that's astonishing, amazing, and helps you see things in a new and beautiful way. This new perspective is the result of your hard inner and outer work, and now it's time for the reward, so treat yourself. Do something fun, have an adventure. The days are yours to fill with childlike wonder and optimism. Again, the message of having childlike optimism and kind of looking at things through a lens of like innocence and childlike wonder has also come to me a lot lately in meditation. So that's a fun one. I'm also a Leo sun, so that's just kind of telling me to also kind of remember who I am and embrace that, especially because this is talking about how the traditions of my people can support me. So my mother is also a Leo sun, and I do have an aunt who's like a Leo. I think she's like a Leo moon or something. I feel like that is telling me to kind of tap into the I almost said the magic. Tap into the magic of the women around me, right? That's kind of how I would take that message. I do look at things a little bit further than just, you know, point blank definitions. So that's something that I would really have to kind of digest a little bit to figure out what that card is trying to tell me a little bit more than that. But I do feel like that's talking more about like family, with my mom being a Leo sun, me being a Leo sun, and then, you know, the whole childlike wonder type of thing. I do think about that often. When my daughter looks at things and she sees just this whole magnificent beauty in the tiniest little things that I have kind of become jaded to, it kind of makes me feel like that's what it's talking about, is, you know, look at things, yes, through my mother's eyes sometimes, be a little bit more responsible and more like level-headed. My mom's a very business-oriented person, but then, you know, don't forget to look at the wonder of things as well, like my daughter does. So the other part of that was the 8 of Cups, and I'm so excited to see what this one's talking about. This was a very interesting one for me to get there. There we go. Okay. So the 8 of Cups, it's tough, but whatever you've been pouring all your love and emotions into, you need to step away. It's just not working out. It's time to say goodbye and move forward. It might be very difficult. You've invested a lot of your time and energy into this after all. But wisdom comes from knowing when something is hopeless, learning from it, and moving on. When that comes to the traditions of my people supporting me, I feel like that is something I have kind of already learned, and I've kind of been following in my mom's footsteps a little bit. So I feel like that's something I would have to kind of create an amalgamation answer for, because, like I said, I'm not the type of person that has issues walking away from things unless it's like something I've created, in which case that is something I have been working on lately. I need to realize when some things are just not worth it anymore and you gotta cut it and let it go, right? So I really hope that helped you guys. Tomorrow's question is, with the guidance of my heart, how is the choice best resolved? So the reason that I wanted to show you guys this is because this is a very creative way to do your daily card pull, especially if it's just one card, and especially if you are a brand new beginner to tarot, you're having a hard time bonding with your new deck, you're having a hard time learning how to either connect with your cards, connect with the definitions of your cards, or learning how to relate the answers of the cards to your own personal life. So that is something I did talk about in my How to Bond with Your New Tarot Deck video, that you need to kind of take the practice of really bonding with each and every single card and learning how to relate it to your own life, so that not only do you know that deck inside and out, you also learn what each card has to say to you. You also get kind of a deeper connection, kind of braiding that definition of that card in with your actual life. Tarot is a really great tool to help you learn to reflect on your life and things that are going on. A lot of people kind of mistake what tarot is and will use it as like a future telling tool, and what do the cards have to say about my future? And, you know, it's a very advanced practice to be able to take divination and use it for something such as future telling, but it's more important to understand that tarot can be a tool of self-reflection at its core. And I think that that is something I want to start talking about more on my channel, is how to use tarot for your own self-reflection and your own growth and your own benefit, as opposed to using it as trying to see things that are coming so that you can avoid them, because time and energy is fluid. The future is constantly changing based on the decisions that we make. So I don't think that it's really worthwhile to look at tarot as a future telling tool, especially when you're trying to either see things coming to you so that you can work with them or you can avoid them, things like that. You're kind of either creating that future or creating a different path for that future, things like that. It's just kind of all over the place. So I really love teaching beginners to use tarot in this fashion as a self-reflection tool, because when you learn the foundation of tarot in such a way, it creates a very deep ingrained bond of your tarot deck, the tarot card meanings, with you and with your life, because tarot is meant to mirror your life and all of the stages of your life and all of the things that you will go through. That's what, you know, the Fool's Journey through the major arcana is about, and all of your minors are about, you know, supporting roles and things like that. So I feel like it is super important for beginners to learn to do something like this. So if this is the very first time you've ever seen these questions, please go to my Instagram, take that picture by all means. Definitely do this yourself with whatever deck you feel comfortable with. I definitely recommend using a book with it, whether it be a book or a website, right? If you have a very trusted website that you like, as opposed to using the book, I feel like that can help you either which way. It's just going to give you more depth on the meanings of what the cards are trying to tell you, as opposed to the keywords. So a lot of beginners will kind of make that mistake of just using keywords and kind of using a practice like this as a way to memorize your cards. And that's not what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be kind of a daily practice of introspection and reflection, so that you can move forward and learn from, you know, your past mistakes, and learn how to take the advice that tarot is giving you and apply it to your life moving forward. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed this. I really hope that you guys go check out that post on my Instagram, get the pictures of this, you know, take a screenshot, use these questions. Please use these questions. If you want to pause on this, I don't know if you guys can see them very well, but you can very well pause on that. If you don't have an Instagram, you can't go get those pictures, right? I will also share these questions on my Facebook tarot group. I have been meaning to do that, but I wanted to do this video first to share with it. So if you guys are not on Instagram, you can go to my Facebook and join my Tarot Readers Unite group. That link is in the description box for you guys, and I will share these questions on there as well, so that you guys can save them. I really want you guys to have access to these questions any which way that you can, because I feel like this is a really super great practice, and this is a really innovative thing that Liminal11 and Lisa Sterle put in this tarot journal for your use. If you guys didn't see my tarot journal review, that is also a really amazing thing for you to watch. I will put it in the description of this video so that you guys can check out the entire ins and outs of this journal. This is a really super helpful tool, and I do believe it's under $15 in the US. I don't know about international prices, but it's not going to put you out too much if you want to get this to use for your own reflection and helping you along your tarot journey. But like I said, you don't have to get this by any means, and I'm not sponsored by Liminal11 or Modern Witch or Lisa Sterle, so I'm not making money if you guys go check this out. I just want you guys to have the tools for your own personal growth in your own personal tarot journey, okay? So I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that you learned something from it. I hope that this helped you out a little bit with analyzing your questions and analyzing the answers and all of that fun stuff. So if you guys made it to the end, please give me a big old thumbs up. You know, that helps me out so very much. If you didn't like this video, that's cool. Thumbs down. You don't have to like my video. Say whatever you want in the comments, because y'all do anyway, but I really hope that you say something about this awesome set of questions, this awesome tarot journal, this awesome tarot deck, whatever you want to say. Give Lisa Sterle lots of praise. She just did a coloring book about the Modern Witch, which I also cannot wait to take a look at, because oh my goodness, that thing is almost just as revolutionary as this is from what I've seen so far. So I really hope that you guys go check out Lisa Sterle across her socials, check out Liminal11 across their socials. They're always doing super great, fantastic, fun stuff with tarot. So I really hope that you guys have a beautiful, wonderful day wherever you are when this video reaches you, my friends, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Namaste.